everyone, thank you so much for coming back and joining me. How's everyone keeping? Hope you're all keeping well. Now, I was literally just about to go to bed, guys, and I'd made myself a cup of tea and the whole shebang, and then I had saw new news basically about 10-15 minutes ago, quite literally, about the movie Thor 4. And you know what, guys? This is Marvel news, and I think it's marvellous news, mind, my terrible jokes, guys, really. So let's just go ahead, and as late as it is, for me anyways, let's just get this video started. So guys, the announcement is that, the news is that Taika Waititi, who actually was the director of Thor Ragnarok, it's been announced, that he is going to be directing Thor 4, and I think I should just call it the fourth Thor movie, because I think Thor 4 is just, it sounds ridiculous. I hope they get a really good name for this movie, but if it's going to be Thor 4, then that's just ludicrous. But I think that is fantastic news, because he did a really good job on Thor Ragnarok, and I thought he rejuvenated Thor's character really well, because he really showed his strengths, he really showed his powers in that movie. I mean, really showed his true strength as a really strong Avenger, because to me, I'm sorry, anybody can say what they will, but Thor is the strongest Avenger, I am sorry. And I mean, he even went up against Hela in that movie, for goodness sake. He even, defeated Hulk, which isn't exactly an easy task, and I mean, I really loved Thor Ragnarok, so I think this is very positive news, because I think that he will get rid of, now, spoiler alert, if you have not seen Avengers Endgame, then, spoiler alert, I think most people should have by now, especially if you're a Marvel fan. But in Avengers Endgame, as a lot of you know, I was not a happy puppy with Thor. You know what I mean? So they're going to, hopefully, I think Taika Waititi will have the common sense, and he'll get rid of all that nonsense. He'll scrap that, and he'll be like, no, we're not going to have that. We need to bring him back to his strengths. We need to bring him back to his, full power as Thor. Now, one thing I will say is, we'll get back to Taika Waititi in a moment, but what I wanted to say was, I mean, Thor should really be shown as being strong, and not like he was in Avengers, all for the sake of, making Miss who look, more powerful, and have her, turn up out of the middle of nowhere and, just know where everyone is, and, save, try and, look good at the end of the movie. But what I wanted to say was, for me, comic-wise, if I thought somebody, could give, Thor the run for his money, or, that sort of speak, would be the likes of, now I'm only talking from what I know anyway, personally, from my knowledge, right, would be the likes of Sentry, Blue Marvel, and possibly, maybe not, but possibly Ghost Rider. Now, aside from those three, Ghost Rider, Blue Marvel, and Sentry, to me, Thor is just so strong. He really, really is. And there's no way he even would come, like, Captain Marvel would never even come close. Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, would never even come close to the likes of the strength and power of Thor. Even though, they tried to say that, but you'll never convince me otherwise, I am sorry. Now, we don't know when this movie's going to be coming out, this fourth movie. I hope it's going to get a better title. I don't know when we're going to get a title reveal, if we are going to be getting a better title. And another thing I wanted to talk about was, now I'm not sure whether all of my subscribers will have, heard of this movie or not before, but there is a movie, Akira, that was supposed to be a live action movie. Now, it is still coming out, but it's had to be put on a pause, which now means that the movie's going to be coming out later than planned. And it's a movie that Taika Waititi was actually working on as well, directing on as well. And it's a live action adaptation of Akira, which is a very well-known anime and manga. Now, worldwide, Akira is like massive. And when I say massive, that's an understatement. It is massive. Now, I'm not sure if anybody's ever watched it or anything like that there, but basically he's working on the live adaptation of that, the live action. But he's had to put that on hold. So this news for me comes as good news and bad news, because it means now me and my boyfriend were both looking for that to come out, you know, sooner. But now that's going to be coming out later. So good news and bad news, you know what I mean? So we're tipping the scales here, kind of sort of deal. But, you know, Thor 4 is a-coming. But we don't know when it's a-coming. And we don't know what it's going to be called. I don't know, guys. It's late. I guess I'm trying to throw a couple of jokes in there and be funny, but they're just not going to fall at this time of night. I wouldn't even call them jokes at this point. I would say I'm the joke at this point. But yeah, I just really wanted to come on and see what everybody else thought of this news. And, you know, do you think are you happy with this news? Because I know some people didn't like Thor Ragnarok movie, so obviously you're not going to be happy probably with this news of Taika Waititi working on it. But I personally am happy. I think he's great. I think he did a fantastic top-notch job, with Thor Ragnarok. It's late, guys. And also I thought the humour and everything, and the whole, you know, a comedy and the, you know, that sort of tone of things with Thor Ragnarok was fantastic as well. You know, they had, you know, it was great action, showed the strength of Thor. The fight scenes and everything with Hela was absolutely fantastic. You know, the relationship between Loki and Thor, and also the humour and the comedy. And just the whole movie was brilliant. I absolutely enjoyed it. I went and seen it in the movies at the time, you know, in the cinema, of course, and it was fantastic. So yeah, I am happy with this news, but I would prefer to know the proper title and when it's coming out. And when I know any of that information, I will try my best to come on, you know, maybe not in the middle of the night, but, you know, if it's as late as this, I don't mind coming on. I don't even know what time it is, guys. I'm actually going to check on my phone. It is, let me check. It is 11:48, so we're pretty much coming up to midnight. Anyways, guys, going to finish off my tea, and then just for you guys, you know, because you have been so supportive, I'm going to go on my Mac, I'm going to put my memory card in, and I'm going to get this video uploaded. Put all your comments down below of all your thoughts and opinions on this. What would you like to see in the fourth Thor movie? I want to see him stronger. I want to see him more powerful. I want to see him as the way he should be, not the way he was dumbed down along with Hulk. Him and Hulk were the worst two dumbed down in Avengers Endgame. But other than that, guys, thanks so much for watching, and until my next video, don't forget that the Force will be with you always. Bye guys, talk soon.